What's your initial impressions having been in Toronto now, getting just this and everything that goes with Eastern Canada as opposed to Vancouver?
Yeah, first impression is the first day, so I've heard about it, and yeah, I mean, it doesn't really surprise me. It's cool to see, I guess, just how many people want to know about the Maple Leafs and how excited they are for the season, just like we are.
You look at all these youngsters and reflect back to your earlier days out of university and what it was like to make a name and get noticed.
Yeah, I mean, I remember showing up to camp like really not having any expectations out of college, just kind of going there and I was so excited to be there. And I think sometimes when you do that, you just go have fun, and that's when you play your best hockey. So I know these kids, they've talked about how good they are, and the kids keep getting better every year, so it'll be exciting to see.
Steve Nonis was saying yesterday that the team's got something like 17 or 18 forwards on one-way contracts. People are losing their jobs. He wants it that way, so guys come in and compete for jobs. How do you feel about that approach, where you just so many veteran NHLers competing for a limited number of jobs?
Yeah, I mean, that's it's a competitive league, and they want to win, and I think when you have that that competition, guys, you do have to work maybe a little bit harder than what you're used to. And not only the guys there, but I'm sure there's kids too that want a spot. Like my first year, I think that there was 14 or 15 forwards on one ways. That's why I really didn't have any expectations. But sure enough, you just keep working, and you'll get an opportunity. So yeah, there's no guarantees here.
What made it work with you and Santorelli 3-4 years ago?
Yeah, it's just one of those things. We have a good relationship. I think you look at teams. The teams that win always have good relationships among the guys. They respect one another, and I think that's just something that we had. He's a fast skater, and I think that plays well to my game too. We can get up the ice and use our speed together. So, another thing was he's a right shot, and I was on the left side, so I think he was able to maybe get me the puck too, which was good. There's just little things like that sometimes can be overlooked.
You guys rekindle that here, do you think, Dave? Randy was saying yesterday the plan would be to start you two at least together on the line.
Oh, absolutely. We've played together Florida and Vancouver, so some of my best games last year were with Santorelli, and he's made a good impression so far, just for amongst the guys, the way he skates and how fast he is, and he's one of the hardest workers I know.
Have they talked to you all about expectations for you? I mean, they want to get more depth scoring on this game.
Yeah, I don't think anyone has to talk about expectations to me. I know I have my own expectations, and they haven't really done that yet. So, that's not something I need to hear from anyone else other than me. And my expectations are probably higher than what theirs are.
What are they?
Yeah, I mean that's personal stuff. I don't. Sometimes you can say you can point out certain numbers, but you know what? Sometimes you can't help them, so you can't really get down. I've always been goal orientated. I have certain goals that shows your progress and how to achieve them. So, this year, staying healthy is one of them. I think this is my first summer in a while that I've been able to stay healthy and train hard and have a good training camp. I mean, that's the first goal. You can't look at December or January and start worrying about that. I think it starts with a good training camp and having a productive first couple weeks.
Your pre-game workouts are legendary. Just prior to even going up to warm up, where did that begin? And you still got obviously lots left in the tank, even going as hard as you do.
Yeah, I think that's just something that got kind of blown out of proportion. I just warm up just like everybody else. I think the only thing different is I sweat a lot, so it looks like I'm doing way more, but I'm really not. I find that if I can get my feet going before I get on the ice, I have a better jump out of the gate, and that's the main thing. I just, for whatever reason, no one was saying anything in Florida when I was down there about my pregame routine, and I was even cutting back in Vancouver, and then for whatever reason, it just kind of got blown out of proportion. So I don't even know where that came from. I just like to get my nervous system going, my feet going, and I think that helps me be able to skate a little bit better.
Is it a challenge for you to get back to that level that you were at? I know the concussion was a long time ago, but to be that David Booth again? Or?
Yeah, and that's the goal. is to be there. And when I was down in Florida, and you're playing 20 minutes a night and playing on the power play, and things just kind of go. I mean, when you're playing 10, 12 minutes in Vancouver, no power play time, and you can't really expect the same things. Your roles change. I think you prepare yourself for when an opportunity presents itself, and if an opportunity presents itself here, which it has by coming here, I'm going to make the most of it.
You mentioned staying healthy. How do you do that? Is there ways you prepare for games? Say, okay, I'm less susceptible to injuries than in the past?
Yeah, we were going over just our medicals yesterday. That's what yesterday was about. The doctor's just like, man, you've had a lot of bad luck. It's just certain things that happen that it's just part of playing hockey. I mean, hockey's fastest game, and it's one of the most physical games, so there's no way around it. Breaking a knee, breaking an ankle, groin injuries, those are things that happen with the game, so it's not like you can do anything to prevent those. Just getting, like I said, just getting warm, making sure those things, you're reacting well to the play. I think those can help prevent it, but again, there's no way around that stuff.